Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick card. My card this week, quick card this week, is actually using our layering circles. Now, these have been around for ages, and this is the first time I think that I've used them as my product pick of the week. They're absolutely great for being able to do all kinds of cards and all kinds of techniques. And I'll be sharing a few other fun ones obviously later in the week, but for today it is a quick card. Now I'm using our new photopolymer Happiness Abounds stamp set. This also has a matching die set for cutting out the flowers, and there's also a coordinating DSP. Let me just bring that in. This is the Hues of Happiness DSP, and let me just show you, we've got quite a few. As you can see, we've got flowers that we could cut out. Now another option for this would be to use the circles to die cut out the flowers, but I'm keeping it pretty quick and simple today. I've already die cut out 4 different sizes of circle, and I've already cut my DSP to fit on the front of a Blushing Bride A6 portrait card. So I'm going to be using Memento ink, and we're just going to stamp a variety of little flowers and a sentiment. And I've just got these kind of arranged. Let me remember which I think I was. Yes, I'm going to do the sentiment on the largest one. So the flower just fits onto, that flower just fits onto there. That flower kind of just fits onto there. And those will just go onto there like that. Right, so let's get some blocks ready to do this. And I'm just going to use Memento ink. I've got a range of blends here that I'm going to use for colouring, and it would have been better if I'd got Melon Mambo, but either I've mislaid my Melon Mambo blends or else I missed getting them at some point, so they're going on my shopping list for future. And what I'm going to use instead is the polished pink. Because I'm going to reverse the colours of these, it'll not be quite so noticeable. I am also using Flirty Flamingo, which is in here, and also Daffodil Delight. So let's stamp all of these. So like I say, these are an absolute must for any crafter's stash. If you haven't got dies or a die cutting machine, another option could be to use circle punchers. That could get a little bit more expensive if you're needing to get a bunch of different punches. So personally, I love having the dies. Also because it just gives so much more versatility. So just, like I say, stamping all of these, and it doesn't matter if they go off the block a little. Oops, that way around. And you could choose different circles, different sizes, and go with different stamped images. So there we are. So that's our stamping. While those just finish drying, which won't take long, I'm going to adhere this to the card front. I'm just looking for my seal. So I'm just going to pop this on direct. This is a quick card, so I don't want to be spending a lot of time organising things, and I'm just trying to remember which way around I'm doing it. This way. because of course you could go totally the other way around. So what I'm going to do is arrange these sort of down here like this, and I might just pop a little tiny bit of overlap on, so move them down just a touch. So we're just going to do a very quick bit of colouring. Like I say, I love the blends, but you could of course do this with any colouring medium. So if you've got our brush markers or other items, and I'm going to want that stem doing with the green as well. So that is part of a duo as well, but I've just picked out the dark one to use. So these are going at the bottom, so this is where I'm going to use the darker pink. And like I say, this is the wrong pink, but it is a pink. It's going to pick up, and it's not going right next to the pink, so you not notice quite as much. And what I might do is just go over the top with a different pink to just make it a little different. So I'm going to go with the Flirty Flamingo now for this one. That one's going to be the yellow. So I'm going to go with the darker just in the centres. I'm not being precise about this, just doing a quick bit of colouring, but I like the darker colour closer to the centre. And then I'm going to bring this out and just going to circle over few times to blend that colour. And it doesn't really matter if it's not fully blended, that gives a different effect. Also looks good. Of course, you need to be careful to make sure you use the right ink in the first place for stamping, depending on which colouring medium you're using. Because I'm using the blends, I needed to make sure I'd got the memento. If you're using markers, then you want stays on. So just, like I say, go around and just blend those two shades together by circling over. And there we are. That'll work for that. Just come out to the, and then I'm going to get my Daffodil Delight, and again I'm using my dark one. I'm starting with the dark one. It doesn't really matter, and I'm not being precise about this at all. I'm just going into the centre and then using my lighter one to go outwards, and again blend that. So of course you can use whichever colours you want with this. There's also DSP with purple and blue tones in this same Hues of Happiness pack. So have a look and see what colours you've got and what you can make use of. There we are. So all we need to do now is pop these up, and I'm just going to use my dimensionals. Of course you could stack this card up with some extra embellishments, but because it's a quick card, I'm just going to keep things pretty simple. So I'm going to just pop that there. Then, and that's quite normal for that to bleed through. In actual fact, it should probably bleed through even more if you're wanting to get a nice even blend. but that works for me for what I'm doing with this particular card. So I'm just going to tuck that under that circle. And I'll just have a couple of, actually I'm going to still put 3 on this one for balance. So, and then I'm just going to tuck that one under just a little bit, like that. Just need 1 on here, and again, tuck that under, and just make sure that my stems are going the right way up. And that is our quick card for today. So, like I say, that's a really easy, quick way to use the circle dies. You could die cut a bunch of circles just in basic white so that they're ready to go whenever you need them. So I hope that that has given you a little bit of an idea for a quick card with the circle dies. I do a quick card every Monday and a quick tip every Friday. So please subscribe below the video so that you get to see those each week. And thank you for stopping by.